Pre-flight diagnostics beginning. Engines check. Weapon systems online. Shields 100%. Onboard computer operative. Diagnostics complete. Setting destination for adventure, standby. Warning, hangar bay doors opening. Everything is set. You are now clear for takeoff. Estimated arrival time, 5 minutes. And we are off. We'll make the jump once we've established connection with the rest of the fleet. Connection established. See you all at the Star Park. We've made it. Alright everyone. Let's get this party started.
Hello everybody, how are you guys doing? Welcome on in. Also, I really like this song too. This song's great. Oh my goodness. But yeah, happy Pizza Friday Eve. Apologies if I sound exhausted. That's because I am. I love this song. Oh my goodness. All right, so housekeeping. So I have been trying to solve Egret. Hi, how are you doing? Welcome on in. So I have been trying to find the solution to the rank up check system, and it's proving to be a little bit challenging. So I haven't finished it yet. So the channel redemption will remain offline for the time being. Ferret, hi. Volve, hi. How are you guys doing? How are you all? Happy Pizza Friday. Let's see here. So that's pretty much it. I was trying to like figure this thing out, so I haven't had much time to work on anything else. So there are no other patch notes to speak of at this present. But what's on the menu tonight is we will be going over to main stage here momentarily, and we are going to be working on 4 30-minute Fursona sketches tonight. That's the goal. We'll see how far. I'm pretty confident that we can get all 4 done tonight. So we are going to be working on North Wolf, Gato, Jan, and Ken tonight. Exhausted dude, Ferret, same. Finally bringing Mega Man back? Wait, like classic Mega Man, or are we talking like new Mega Man? Did they just announce that? Wait, Panda, are the Game Awards currently going on right now? Dreaming of the Past. It's one of my favorite new songs in the playlist. Let me lower the music a little bit now. I need to retool. I need to retool the music, like the music playlist volume. I think when we go back, when Haywire turns the music back on after our little introduction, I think it's a little bit too low. And in fact, I should have wrote that down. Oh, I should have wrote that down. I could write that down really quickly right now. So let's see here. Issue. The VLC music player volume. Low when we get to the Grand Atrium. Have it hover around 45%. Because right now it comes Haywire turns it back on at 30%, and I feel like 30% is way low, like ridiculously low. Okay. So let's do that. Oh yeah, my game variables. Oh my goodness. I'm just going through like my to-do list and I just remembered something. We're getting to the end of the show. Is it okay? So Panda, here's the question. is it worth me watching? Like, not during stream, obviously, but is it worth me like going back and watching, or is it kind of a, I don't want to say a snooze fest, but is it meh? All right. So with that, I'm not gonna waste too much time tonight, as I'm kind of in a snug mood. Let's head on over to main stage, and then I'll talk about my snug mood and how today was. Well, today was a lot better, but yesterday was crazy, and I feel like I'm still recovering from yesterday's shenanigans. Been enjoying it, but not many Sen games. I see. Yeah, that's wait, where did my glove go? Uh-oh. I had it early. Dude, my graphics tablet glove was pushed so far back behind my desk, I didn't even see it there for a moment. Okay, so we're gonna do 4 30-minute sketches tonight, and I'm really looking forward to it. The idea of going back to my roots has kind of reinvigorated my desire to do drawing again. I think I've made mention of this before, and I can go into it in a greater detail in just a bit. Say goodbye to the paw beans, by the way. I'm gonna move my monitor so you won't be able to see my paw beans, because the giant monitor is gonna be in the way. Because my giant monitor is on an arm, like a monitor arm swivel thing. Oh, and then let me move you guys up physically. There we go. Okay. So we're gonna get started with, and you'll enjoy this, Panda. Our first sketch tonight is a raccoon. So we're gonna draw a raccoon named Maple. Has a bandana with a maple leaf design on it. So we're gonna try to draw a raccoon with a bandana tonight. Hey, look, it's Lance's point emo. Let's go. Awesome. I was gonna mention something to you guys really quickly too, and I'm forgetting. Oh well, that's all Gucci. So before we do anything, I'm gonna take like a couple minutes to warm up. Always wise to warm up before doing any timed sketches. Oh, and I just realized this screen is Mondo dirty. So yeah, we're gonna get started there. Oh wait, hang on. Wait a minute. Where's our main stage? Doesn't have our music picker up. There we go. So you guys can check out what music is playing on our playlist presently. Oh, Panda, that's okay. I remember what I was gonna say really quickly. So Panda, I attempted again to try to get my orange kyber crystal for my lightsaber, and I have failed in every regard so far. So I did a few rounds today, and no dice with the oh my god, yeah, it's a good thing I'm cleaning this. Holy moly, dude, look at all the dirt that's coming up on my screen. Yeah, I didn't think it was that long since I last cleaned my screen, but my god. Okay. Yeah, that was a lot of dirt that came off of my screen. It was mostly dust, but still, I consider it in the dirt family. Gato, hello, how are you doing? I'm still watching Game Awards. Be back later. Sounds good, Gato. Hopefully Gato will be back by the time we do our Fursona sketches, because his is up second. So in half an hour. Oh, that's another thing I wanted to mention. In case you guys are just getting in and didn't see Haywire's announcement earlier in the chat, we are doing our monthly art raffle for the month of November. I apologize that we're in the middle of December and we're just now getting to the art raffle. But we're doing it tonight. So if you guys want, I'm giving away a free half body pencil sketch. So so see my myself down in the corner. That's kind of the half body I'm thinking. Yeah, exclamation mark raffle in the chats to get your name into the raffle, and then we will draw. Well, okay, let's be honest, I'm gonna forget to draw a name at the end. So if one of you guys, when I'm like, okay guys, we're gonna rate out to somebody, if you guys could just remind me to draw the name, because I guarantee you I will forget, like every other time before. You'll like the Capcom announcement? I hear that they're dabbling with Mega Man. Presently I don't know if it's a remaster of a Mega Man or if it's a brand new Mega Man altogether. Okay, so now that the screen is nice and clean, let's do some warm-ups here. We're just gonna do some quick warm-ups. Oh, so yeah, let me go. Now that we're starting to warm up and stuff, let me go over a little bit about the massive change that I have done for like the contents of Art and Chill. So I don't know how to describe it properly, but I think I was overtaxing myself with what I was doing our Art and Chill. So my preference as an animator has always been pencil sketches, but I was trying to push myself during Art and Chill. Shinobi, you can't see it. I know my arms aren't working right now, but I am grabbing all of that and stuffing it into my fur. Kiro, hi, how are you doing? My art took me about 3 hours. Ooh, fair. Did it come out good? Also, I need to find Chip's piece. I always like to have Chip's piece up. That's still one of my favorite pieces I've done. It is so good. Okay. But yeah, so I originally did all this stuff to kind of push myself to push the boundaries of like what I'm capable of doing. But over the recent months, as in like the past, I don't know how long. Sorry, got lost in thought there. I don't know. I haven't been enjoying doing like the coloring, the rendering, and all that stuff. So for those who are unaware and wondering why I'm doing like a bunch of pencil sketches where I used to do like these colored pieces, it's simply just to start enjoying doing art again. I definitely feel like I've lost a lot of the fun aspects and being much too rigid with my art in the fact that it's like, oh dude, I've got to render this out, I got to make it perfect for you guys, I've got to do this, that, or the other thing. And so kind of the charm and the magic of doing art streams was beginning to fade a little bit. So I have decided to definitely go back to my roots, and we overhauled the Fursona sketches. We've overhauled the monthly art raffle, just so that I can get back to some semblance of, yeah, dude, I'm enjoying doing this again. So we did an art and chill probably almost a month ago, I would say now. And I definitely felt excited about the loosey-goosey nature of just strictly pencil sketching. Making it look kind of nice. Oh my god, rain already. Shadow, hello. So I will teach you my part of the song you seek. What? Battery depletion? No! Why? Oh my goodness. Shadow, hello. Azur, hello. Nell, hello. How are you guys doing? How was Baba Is You? I hear that's like a horror game. Is that correct? Oh my goodness, Shadow, I hope you're doing phenomenally. Happy Pizza Friday Eve. We're doing great over on this side. Tonight is gonna be a very snug stream because I got back from work not too long ago. I quickly devoured some food and then I was like, okay, well, let's get streaming. So definitely on the kind of vibier side of things tonight. We're doing a warm-up sketch at the moment before we actually get into our 30-minute Fursona sketches. I think you'd like Baba Is You. I've heard of it. Not as far as I could tell. It's mind-blowing and a melting puzzle game. Oh, okay. Chip, hello, how are you doing? So yeah, welcome on in everybody. For those that are new to this channel, welcome to the Star Park, the Brushtail Brigade Star Park. We're doing some art tonight. I'm just doing some warm-ups. Then we're gonna get into 4 30-minute timed Fursona sketches. All of them are gonna be pencil sketches. I'm looking forward to it. Phoenix, hello, how are you doing? Oh god, this song. And then Shadow, if you need to do any post-stream care, absolutely get some post-stream care. Like food, water, sleep, especially sleep. I know I will be sleeping in a couple hours here. Okay, so what we're doing here is we're actually gonna be starting with, after this warm-up, we're gonna be starting with a raccoon tonight. Let me see where I have here. The raccoon character, generic raccoon, wears a green bandana. Right, raccoon with a bandana. Watching football, peeking on Game Awards, just heated up some dinner. Ooh, what's for dinner? What's for food? Oh, and then Wolf, or was it Shinobi? You were asking about the Fursona sketches? Yes. So we no longer do 1 hour Fursona sketches. They are now 30 minutes Fursona sketches, and they are strictly sketches. And the reason I was, and you came in at a good time, Shinobi, asking that question, because I was just going over the reasoning behind the massive overhaul and change is mainly because I was no longer having fun with our art and chill streams. Like I'm just gonna be blunt about it. I was overdoing it. These art and chills should be fun for me as they are for you. And I was just no longer enjoying it. It was like, oh my god, we have to do a 1 hour long sketch. I'm stressing. I'm like, I gotta, and the sketches were no longer sketches either. I was overdoing it. Where it was like, oh, let's sketch, let's render out the lines, let's do color. Oh, and then why not just plop it on, you know, and make it look pretty. So I had to reassess and think about, am I having fun? And the answer was no. And so I went back to the drawing board. I was like, what would make art and chill fun for me again? And what I came up with was to go back to my roots, which was pencil sketching. As an animator, I used to love pencil sketching. I still do a lot of pencil sketching at work. And so it is working so far. I'm feeling a lot better about art and chill now. Interesting design choice here. Like, I like it, but I feel like I made the eyes too big. But that's okay because this is just a warm-up. Nav, hello, how are you doing? Gammon, hi, how are you doing? Some pasta and meatballs. Ooh. Yeah, I had spaghetti and meatballs, what, 3 days ago? But yeah, happy Pizza Friday Eve, everybody. Okay, so that's the warm-up. So let me save. Let me get the timer started. So we're gonna do a 30-minute countdown timer, and then we're gonna be sketching this raccoon called Maple for 30 minutes. So let's see what we can do in that time.
Start!
Alright, so we are starting. Also, guys, can you guys let me know, did you hear that start sound effect? Are you still able to hear that? I hope you guys are able to hear that. Bengali, hello, how are you doing? Welcome on in. Okay. So we're gonna go. I don't know. I'm trying to like think of raccoon features here. Oh, I kind of dig that. Oh, that feels good. Okay. Yes. So yeah, went back to my roots, and I feel like I am much happier for it. Oh wait, hold on. I feel like there's some lopsidedness to this already. And then it seems like raccoons have like more rounded, almost panda-like ears. Probably is why they're also called trash pandas. Sage, hello, how are you doing? Game Awards over. So what is your guys's take? Do you think it was a good Game Awards, or do you think it was kind of mid? Okay. Got that raccoons have like this very distinctive head shape here. And over and around and loop-de-loop. All right. I was happy with it. You enjoyed it. No clue. It was all right. Raccoons have slightly more rounded ears. Yeah, I'm gonna have to uh, fiddle around with that. I know their snoots are also like very thin, almost like a fox's. Okay. Here. I want to do something along those lines. Fate of the Old Republic. Nova, I heard that from Panda. So can you give me the lowdown? Is this like Knights of the Old Republic 3? Is that my understanding? Is that's kind of what my brain is interpreting this as? Oh my god. Okay, so tell me, did they show the Ebon Hawk? Look, it's a sensational Vince. Hello, how are you doing? Welcome on in. The fantastic cinematic Sen. Vince, how are you doing? Welcome on in here. Yeah, that out of everything I've heard so far with the Game Awards, I must say the coder thing is the one I'm most intrigued about. They showed the Ebon Hawk crashed. Oh, rip, dude. I wonder what that means. Any familiar characters? Flare Obscura swept the awards. It got 9 of the. How many? Wait. What's the total amount of awards? Hold on, I need to know. What is the total amount of awards? Okay, so we're gonna kind of do something like that. I think I'm gonna change around the I think I'm gonna change the muzzle around just a little bit. I'm vibing with a more traditional muzzle at the present, but we'll see. Okay. Yeah, I definitely need to move the muzzle. The muzzle is not going as I intended it. I need to move this over here. So we're gonna maybe do a more flat muzzled shape for this. Is what I'm kind of vibing with right now. I feel like I'm gonna have to fix the eyeballs though. I don't know. There's something about the eyes that I'm not really vibing with. Moments. And maybe more of a rounded note. Oh my god. You know what? There's gonna be a huge skew to this. I can already feel it. Yeah, let's flip it. Oh my god, my flip button isn't working. That's right. Oh my goodness. Yeah, oh my god, there's a huge, oh my god, there's such a huge skew. Holy moly. The mouth is okay. I need to fix the mouth though. Okay. I don't know, man. The nose isn't. I'm gonna go with like more traditional more traditional snooter. Okay. A little mischievous look, I feel. Perfect. Oh! You guys ready to say Fuzzy Pickles in the chat? Anybody who knows Earthbound will know this. Ready? Look at the camera, say Fuzzy Pickles! What are your thoughts on the Mega Man franchise? I like the Mega Man franchise. I grew up with Mega Man. But I grew up with the original Mega Man games, not... I didn't really grow up with X or any of the other Mega Man. So like the Battle Network I didn't grow up with. I didn't grow up with the X series. I mean, I do have an appreciation for the X series because that one was pretty good, but Doggo, hi! What? Wait, what am I getting bonked? What am I getting bonked for? Couldn't find the Q thing for the sketch. Was it taken down? What do you mean, Miyako? What Q thing? Like my art Q? Art Q should still be in the Discord. I love this song. Anybody who's familiar with Final Fantasy 13 knows this song. So good. Okay. I'm digging this so far, methinks. So let's start with the mask. So we're gonna go this. There we go. And then we're gonna come up like this. Very, very snazzy. Fursona sketch, I looked back and forth, I couldn't find it. Wait, are you talking about the channel redeems, Miyako? Is that what? Yeah. Oh, it should be 30-minute Fursona sketch. Zelda, hi. How are you doing? Welcome on in. And Zelda, I saw your message earlier, so I will keep my eyes peeled. Okay. So we're gonna come up like that. Oh my goodness, yes. I really like that. Okay, so I don't know if this raccoon is more silly or more playful or more hijinksy. So I'm kind of just gonna go this cutesy look. I think this cutesy look looks pretty good. I'm also gonna like back up this eye just a little bit. I feel like it was being too squished. Yeah. Before we get to the next one though, the next sketch, not that we're done with this one, but I'm gonna need to make sure that I re-implement my, you know what, that one, I think that eye is too close. I think that's what I'm feeling right now. Eye feels like it's squished to the right too much. Yeah, okay. We got that. So we're gonna need to, I need to make sure that I have what's it called? My reverse tool back up and running. because that I'm gonna want that. Discord. Yeah, the queue for the Discord Miyako should still be in there. It's under the art wing. Discord hid it from me. Oh, rip. Okay, so there. Okay, so now what we need to do is I need to create this headband for this Sona. So the headband. Hang on. I think I want it to go above the hair. This part's gonna get confusing for me. Okay. And then maybe we change the expression just a little bit. I think I'm gonna like make it tangent to the mask itself. And then we'll come over here, we'll do this. We've got this headband. Maybe we go a little bit lower. Maybe we go, yeah, you know what? Let's try a little bit lower to give us a little bit more breathing room, because I do also need to put a maple leaf on top of the bandana. Okay. So, with that design that I like, I'm gonna merge it down, and then we're gonna go and remove this here. We'll leave the eyebrows. We need to remove this. Bring that up a little bit here. Yeah, look at this guy. Okay, so we want to leave a little chin there. This guy is coming out adorable. I love this. Okay, so the one thing I need to do, we have 14 minutes, which is great, because then I can spend the rest of the time making sure. Oops. That's not what I meant to do. I zoomed in on Discord rather than Photoshop. Yeah, so what I'll be able to do too is I'll be able to do a lot of cleanup. Okay, sugar maple leaf design. So we're gonna come up in here and wait, that's the hair, right? Okay, so I want the headband looking like it's going underneath the hair. So we'll do that, and then like that. So now we need the maple tree leaf. So we've got something like this. Yeah, I apologize, Canada, if I'm not doing this leaf correctly. I am definitely trying. Don't want to upset Canada. I know the maple leaf is like, well, it's on their flag. What? Hang on, let's do this. Go. The friend. Oh, I did. Gato, I did. I saw that ad. I thought it was super cute. I don't want to put a star in it, but no, we're not gonna put a star in it. Okay. So there is the maple leaf. So now let's do this. Now we can take this opportunity for the last like 10 or so minutes. I can refine the sketch to make it look pretty good. And still be loosey-goosey about it. Oh yeah, and those coming in, exclamation mark raffle in chat will get you hooked up with your name will go into the raffle. We're doing an art raffle tonight. It's a half body pencil sketch. So imagine if you would what you see on my VTuber at the moment. That's what we're looking at. It'll be that level of half body. Dragon Cat, hi, how are you doing? Tungsten, hello, how are you doing? Yeah, exclamation mark raffle in chat to have your to get your chance at a street sketch or just I'm fumbling my words. I apologize, guys. No, for your chance at a sketch from me. And then we'll tighten some of this up. Also, I kind of want to do something like that. But oh, there we go. I think that works. Just touch this up, some of this up. I also want to touch some of this bottom up in the eye. There we go. I made the bottom of the eye. Usually the bottom of the eye you want the thinnest line out of all 4 lines on an eyeball. If like we're doing like a square. And you want the top really to be the one that has the line thickness to it. Unless, of course, you're drawing a really tired character. If you're trying to draw a really tired character, then you make sure that the bottom is like the thickest line. But since I'm not trying for that, that is not the direction we're going to be going. Okay. And some of this up. But yeah, you guys want to hear a crazy tired OT tonight? Oh man. Well, Dreadcat, are you at least home yet, or are you still at work? Are you still suffering through overtime? Because I'm grateful I'm home from work. It wasn't, like I said, today wasn't too bad, but it was yesterday that was it was one of the wildest days I think I've had being there. Busy and doing decently. Let's go. I'm home, yeah, perfect. Oh, we need the cue. Oh! I love this song! Oh my goodness, yes! This is one of the newer tracks in the playlist. Quinn, hello, how are you doing? Okay, let's touch this up a little bit. Perfect. Yeah, Tyler just got back from seeing my nephew. How was it? Dude, it's funny that we're all sharing the same, like, oh my god, I'm so exhausted right now kind of vibe. But I guess that's the kind of part and parcel with Thursday evenings, where it's like definitely on the more exhaustive ends. It's you know, it's being the end of the week. Energies are running low. Okay. And then let's kind of just shade in that a little bit, just for that little artistic flair. Yay, Sai! I'm still in the hunt for Jolly Ranchers. So far, no luck today. Dude, Doggo, I was just talking about this, where I managed to get a few runs in today. No dice. I still don't have my orange Kyber Crystal. Also, I want to refine that a little bit. I feel like it dips too much. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, other than that, I don't think I was ever given like any other specific defining traits for this raccoon outside the bandana. So yeah, we're gonna go and leave it with the. Look at that guy! Look at him! Dude, don't you just want to squeeze him? Doesn't he look like the most innocent looking? Like I'm like full of hopes and dreams. I'm loving it. I will say though, we need to fix this. I'm not happy with the eyebrow. Eyebrow needs to come out a little bit more. Okay. And maybe this eyebrow is a little bit too much here. Okay. Come down a little bit. Maybe we need to like move this eyebrow a little bit further back. Maybe a little bit further this way. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm just going crazy. Yeah. However, I think I want to try to change up the eye shape a little bit here. Hold on. Maybe have it come down a little bit more this way. I know the song. This comes from Spyro. I don't remember exactly which is dishonor on me because I know this is one of my favorite tracks. Is this Dreamweavers? Lofty Castle, darn it. I was so close yet so far. My favorite little ad at the Game Awards was Capcom. Both Maximum Dude and Bakba Soup got to be in it on set. What? Dude, that's crazy. Any Final Fantasy VII remake awards? Like anything on that front? Or was that wait a second, that was last year's, wasn't it? No Spyro 4? Was a Switch 2 ad? Aw, rip. Oh my god, I adore this sketch. I think this sketch is adorable. Excuse me. I can't be doing that yet. We just started. This is our first sketch. Oh, I never told you about my crazy day yesterday, you guys. Oh my god. Okay, so let me go through. You guys are in for a treat. This is wild. Okay, so it wasn't incredibly crazy for me, but as a team, as a whole, well, no, you know what? It was a pretty crazy day for me too. So I get into work, okay? So I get in prior to my class starting, and usually we have like we do administrative work, like set up lesson plans and stuff like that. So I get in, and we have this group that we have contracted. The district has contracted this company to take care of the smallest of us. So that what I mean is they take care of kindergarten. So they're almost like instructional assistants for kindergarten. And so I'm sitting there, and so my boss just wants to give this team the heads up, like, oh, okay, you know, it's gonna be very crazy today. So like, if at all possible, like, please try, like, if something comes up and it's not extreme, right? Like, please try to handle it your guys' selves, because we're gonna be busy on this side. And you know, just it was in a very informative tone. It wasn't, oh, whoa. Oh, wow, Panda, thank you so much for the 1,000 biddies. Wow, that's a lot of biddies. Holy moly. Panda, thank you. Wow, that is a lot of biddies. Panda, are you sure? Thank you. Oh. Move that incorrectly. Alright, perfect. Get loved on nerds. I mean, yeah, I'm never gonna use them. Alright, just making sure, because that's a lot of biddies. I managed to zoom back out just in the nick of time. So I get in, right? So that's what my boss says to the crew, right? So it's, for me, it was a very professional tone. It wasn't like snippy or anything, and it seemed reasonable, right? Like, if something, like, I'm gonna be busy, I'm gonna be in and out of meetings and events today, so like, if something happens that isn't like extreme, like, see if you guys can handle it yourself. And me like running my own classroom, I'm thinking, well, yeah, duh, of course, like that's like common knowledge, right? Well, apparently not, because the leader of this crew got super defensive, like crazy like to the point where she was being disrespectful to my boss. And I was sitting there, this went on for like maybe 5 minutes, and I was sitting there and I just couldn't believe what I was hearing. Because you would think by the reaction that this person gave my boss, that my boss was being disrespectful to her, and like not doing, like, my boss not doing her job. But like, literally, she laid out, like, we have this event going on, I have meetings with parents at this time, I've got this. I mean, it was a laundry list for her. And the fact that this other lady in this group, who was the leader, like, was one step away from totally going off on my boss. And I was just like, I'm sorry, like, I don't, the reaction you're having is not equating to what my boss just told you. We were spamming that in the awards? Oh, really, Nab? That is so funny. Oh my god. That's crazy. I'll have to maybe watch, like, if I get the time, maybe watch a VOD or something. So yeah, she went off, and my boss very calmly. I was bewildered at the level of calmness that my boss was giving. She was like, "Okay, well, let's talk about this on a one-to-one. Like, let's set up a meeting, and we'll discuss this." And I thought that would have been it, right? Like, oh, she wants to talk to you about this. Like, that should have diffused the situation. But she kept going. She kept going, and she was mumbling under her breath and like only trying to half be heard. And I was like, I don't understand what's going on right now. Oh, so that was the start of my day yesterday. And then kiddos were crazy. And then so snack time came around, and there were like a ton of helicopters not too far from our campus. And I'm like, wow, that's a lot of helicopters. Like, I wonder what's going on. Well, one of my coworkers caught the 411 on what had happened. So apparently, like, down the street, I would say like 2 or 3 blocks from our campus, there's a high school. And they were doing their track and field practice. So they were at the corner of the high school, like 3 blocks away from us. Drunk driver runs into them. Like, literally runs into them and sends 8 students to the hospital. I was like, what? And I was like, dude, do we have to lock down the campus? Like, what's going on? And so they were monitoring the situation. I heard about that on the radio. Yeah, dude, like a lot of people, like it got on a lot of news stations. And so there was that. And then I'm like, okay, well, surely this day can't get any more crazy. Well, boy, was I wrong, because I got my 3rd graders and we went into our first class. And so I was teaching the class and whatever, yada yada yada. And then there was time for homework. So I gave them the opportunity to work on their homework. And so this one student, who normally doesn't do this, but she wound up like running out my classroom door. And I was like, this is weird, right? So I stopped her because I didn't know where she was going. Like, she was like full sprinting out my classroom. And I was like, whoa, where are you going? Like, you need to have a seat. Like, we're not supposed to be running. Like, if you need to go to the restroom or something, you got to tell me first. And she's like, I really need to go. And I was like, okay, but is everything okay? And then she showed me her thumb. There's a staple sticking out of her thumb. And I was like, what the flip? I was like, oh my God. Okay, so it wasn't bleeding, right? It was just sticking out of her thumb. And I was like, okay, sweetie, hang on, just let me take a look at it. I held her still, and I gently took out the staple. And I was like, okay, good, we got it situated. And this was her right hand. So I took her right hand and I de-stapled it. Luckily, it didn't go deep into her skin. It was skin deep. And so I pulled it out and I was like, there you go, sweetie. Like, if you want, you can go wash your hands. And it's then that I saw her left hand. Her left hand was drenched in red. Apparently, she had stapled her other thumb. And she yanked it out, and it was like everywhere. And I was like, okay, you guys know me. I don't like blood, but in this situation, I had to remain super calm. So I was like, oh, okay, that's a lot. Okay, sweetie, so I instructed one of my other students to go get some tissues on the other side of the classroom. And I gave her the tissues. She wiped up her hand. At this point, she was frantic. And I was like, it's gonna be okay, sweetie, it's gonna be okay. So I had her clean up her hand as much as I could, and then like I told her, like, take the tissues, wrap them around your thumb, hold your thumb, and then I had one of my students like take her to the nurse. And I was like, what just happened, dude? We were doing homework peacefully, and then she has 2 staples in her thumb. I'm like, what? I literally turned around for a split second and this happened. I was like, what? So it was crazy. I don't know, I think, okay, so I'm pretty ultra sure that one of her friends had a stapler. Because I do know that the person she was sitting next to normally has a stapler with her. So I don't know what they were doing with the stapler, but clearly it was not stapling papers. No. She didn't try to staple her hands together, but like independently of each other. My guess, I didn't see the first staple. So apparently there was a staple that got stuck into her left thumb. I just saw the one that was stuck in her right thumb. And so I just gently popped it out and I was like, oh, there you go, sweetie. And then as I was like getting ready to usher her back into the classroom is when I saw the red all over her left hand. And I was just like, okay, wow, what just happened here? I have no idea, because like at first I didn't properly process, because I'm like, there's no way all that blood just appeared, because I just took out the staple. And then it dawned on me after I sent her to the office that the staple that I took out was on her right hand. The one that was red was her left hand. So my thought process is that she probably stapled accidentally. I don't know how, I don't even know how, but my guess is that somehow she had 2 staples in her thumbs. And my guess is that whoever she was sitting next to, or she did this herself, she removed very quickly, like imagine a child panicking, like you're gonna take the staple and you're gonna rip it out of yourself, right? So that's what I'm guessing what happened to her left hand. Whereas once that happened, she probably didn't even think about removing the other one and was just like darting out of the room to probably go to the restroom to clean it up. And I only saw the right one. So that was my first class. Then my second class was just all over the place. Because a lot of the students were hype because we had a parent showcase. They had like this little dance routine that they were doing for the parents. And so there was a lot of like hype around it. So they were really energetic. And I'm like, okay, as long as nobody tries to staple their fingers together again, like I don't want to have that happen again. And then I was like, okay, it can't be much worse, right? Like we've been through the most of it. So we got the kiddos. So both classes were over. We got them their food at the end of the day. And I was like, okay, this is it. You know, end of the day, nothing can go wrong. Well, nothing technically went wrong, but a parent forgot their child. So we had to like start calling parents and being like, hey, you know, your child is still here at the school. It's already like 6 p.m. Like, where are you, kind of deal. So we had to stay, because of course we can't just leave the child there by themselves. We have to stay there until all the kids are picked up. So I was sitting there and I was like, dude, of course I would have to stay over. Small kids are wild. Yeah, dude, Nav, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. So that was my day yesterday. Wildly enough too, as I was checking students out at the end of the day, I had some students from the high school picking up their siblings, and me and my coworker were like inquiring to those students, like, hey, do you guys know what happened? And then one of the high schoolers that was picking up their sibling, she was in track and field when it happened. Like, she was there at the scene, and she was giving us the lowdown of like what was going on. She said like 2 students were like bleeding a lot, and I'm like, oh god, that sounds bad. Elio, hello, how are you doing? Sorry, my younger brother has 2 small kids. They drive me crazy. Yeah. So I've been told that I'm a crazy person for even taking this job. And sometimes I think I'm in agreements, because like it definitely takes a special kind of person to try to teach kiddos who are constantly bouncing off the walls. And this just reaffirms, like, every day I go to work, it just reaffirms me that I don't want kids. It's just, I don't mind hanging out with the kiddos, but then it's so pleasing to know that they get to go home and I get to go home with no kids. So yeah. Crazy stuff. But don't get me wrong though, I do like my job. I know sometimes I, like, in my inner circle of friends, a few months ago, they were like, are you sure you're okay in this position? I'm like, yeah, why? And they're like, oh, it just seemed like you were unhappy. And I was like, oh, no, I'm actually very happy with where I'm at. Okay, so next Fursona sketch. Oh, Primrose! Sus!
6.5 hours later.
I thought that said pussy. Primrose, hi. K9, hello. How are you guys doing? Welcome on into our art and chill this evening. You guys are doing phenomenally. We've done 1 sketch of 4 tonight. Look at this guy. Look at this raccoon. I didn't want kids either. I already deal with that enough with my sister's kids. Oh man. Mousy, hi. All right, everybody in chat say Fuzzy Pickles. I was doing VR, but things were a bit messed up, so I had to raid manually. Oh no. Ooh, Primrose. I know that pain. So we're gonna do this, we're gonna exchange. Okay, so our next one that we're gonna be doing is a wolf named, oh, what was her name? So this piece we're gonna be working on for Gato Mao. So let's see here. Zara is the name of the Sona, female wolf. So I'm looking forward to this. I am very familiar with drawing wolves. I've actually drawn this Sona in the past, but seems like the Sona got a huge overhaul in terms of style and design. My overlay just died part way. Oh no. Oh, Primrose, do you use wait, do you use Stream Elements? Is that I think you mentioned that at AFC, right? Where you use Stream Elements? Oh yeah, and Primrose, definitely get some post-stream care if you need to sleep, eat, do the carrying. We will be here. Thank you for dropping off the Primrose pack. I don't know if that's that's the official name for it, but they are in good paw beans. You guys, welcome on in. Tonight is our art and chill night where I get to yap with you in a casual environment while I also sketch for you guys. Usually from my artist queue, which is what we're doing tonight. We're going to be going through 4 different sketches. We already did one. So we did this piece for Northwolf, aka Gizmo. They have a raccoon Sona that they don't have an image of yet. So this was our first attempt at drawing this Sona. The first time this Sona has seen I don't know what you want to call it. Like visually seen before. So I guess to piggyback off of the Game Awards, world premiere. This is a world premiere of Northwolf's raccoon Fursona. So now we're gonna move on to a female wolf named Zara. I don't have any nab art, and I've been here a long time. Nab, so how long if I may ask, how long have you been in the fandom? And if anybody else wants to answer that too, feel free. I have been in the furry fandom since 2008. So we're almost 20, I'm almost 20 years in the fandom, if you can believe that. Okay, so with that, let's start up the countdown timer again for our second piece, Zara the Wolf. Start! I think I was a furry in 2008. It was, oh, dude, Dab, same year, let's go. Dude, that's sick. We're same year buddies. Oh yeah, Battle 2 theme. Fight 2. So, I think I'm gonna go, more of a traditional Sen look for this, since we are drawing a wolf, rather than an experimental. Always good to do both, right? Experiment and then also bring it in and do what you are familiar with. So we might have to make the snooter a little bit larger. I tend to gravitate towards the smaller snooters, but that's because I'm usually drawing foxes. Foxes have a bit smaller snooters than wolves do. Stubby, hi, how are you doing? You're 2020? 36? Nab, let's go! Dude, we joined the fandom the same year? We're the same age? What, dude? That's awesome. Most people who see me, they're like, dude, you're not 36. You've got maybe your oldest you look is maybe 28 max. And I'm like, I will take that compliment all the way across the sky. What does it mean? Good question. Crazy, I don't recognize this music. You joined 2001? Dude, that's crazy. I know then Volf, you joined at the tail end of the early fandom's biggest flame war ever to occur. I'm a bit of a furry history art buff. I don't know a lot, but I do know quite a bit of our lore and our history of the modern day fandom. For example, Most people attribute the modern day furry fandom as being started in the year 1989 in Southern California. That's when a lot of people, not all of them, some of them, there's a lot of older furs who will argue and say that the modern day furry fandom actually began somewhere around, I would say, early 1980s, maybe 1985 ish. But a general consensus states that it started in 1989. People think I'm the younger brother all the time when I'm with my two brothers, when I'm the oldest. That's funny. I joined the fandom around 2004. Wow. No wonder why the fandom isn't real. Yeah, so a lot of people attribute, so there's this house. And this is where I need a tissue. Hang on, I'll be right back. Oh, okay, I'm back. My nose has been doing that all day. The air quality over here is such trash today. Been causing my allergies to go. So I've started keeping daily tabs on what the air quality is like, and it definitely coincides with my with my coughing attacks. Let's see here. Yeah, so there's this building here in Southern California, where the modern day meetups actually started. It's called the Prancing Skiltaire, and it's where the furry meetups actually began. Before there was a furry con, there was furry meetups, and the most popular one was definitely the Prancing Skiltaire. I tell you about the coughing fit. Yeah, there's so much pollution in the air today. I'm seeing you have a wonderful night's sleep. Thank you for hanging out. Take care and see you next time. See you tomorrow, Tungsten, actually. Dude, I swear it wants to go into a coughing fit. My throat wants to go into a coughing fit so badly right now. It's wild. Dude, yeah, it's okay. Now it's starting to lessen. Yeah, it's starting to calm down. But yeah, dude, I've been keeping more and more track of the air quality in the area and my frequency of getting coughing attacks, and it's like a 1-to-1. It's crazy. Like Tuesday was the worst day for air quality here in SoCal. I still haven't figured out what all the numbers mean yet, but it was like air quality very poor. And sure, dude, I took my big allergy medication pill and everything. I go into work, literally midway through one of my lessons, coughing attack, uncontrollable for like 2 whole minutes. Watery eyes, like I'm literally crying in front of my students. They're like, "Mr. Sen, are you okay?" I'm like, yeah. It's just like I need to get through this. And then by now, like I would say like half my students have seen me have a coughing fit in front of them. So it was so funny because like half the class was like, oh yeah, like they weren't even worried about it, which I'm glad, because I'd prefer them to just be working still rather than like being distracted by whatever I'm doing. But the other half of the class that had never seen that before, they were like, Mr. Sen, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, it's just allergies. It's awful. But yeah, even like yesterday, it was really bad. Not as bad as it was Tuesday. Tuesday was probably the worst in terms of the air quality. Wednesday, yesterday, I had a mini coughing attack in my class. Luckily, that one didn't last as long and wasn't as persistent. But it's wild to me now that I'm keeping track of this. I can actually like see and tell when I'm probably gonna have one of those fits. It's always good to have knowledge of it too, because then I can prepare for it. Maybe we can do a little experiment here. I don't know. So then we come do this. I like the shape of the muzzle here. But I also like the shape of this. It's too far down. We might just have to like move everything up. Kind of out in the wild, my air is great. Oh, dude, Nab, that's awesome. See, I live in suburbia territory, but it is close enough to Los Angeles where I get that bad air quality every now and then. So, from what I understand about this Zara the Wolf character, or Sona, she strikes me as a warrior. So, we're gonna kind of give her warrior-esque eyes. So... yeah, give her like maybe a bit of a hardened look. There we go. Those are some perfect eyes. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to redo the chin of Sona, just because she is also a muscular type. So I'm thinking yeah, I'm thinking giving her a in what I have here too. She kind of has like a bulkier chin. I guess it's like and then maybe move the upside down taco down just a little bit. Yeah. Okay. That's feeling better based on what I've seen. Oh, wait a minute. She doesn't have like the Sen hair. She has much more short hair. Okay, hang on. I knew something looked off. She does have a little tuft, but it's very mild. Oh. So we don't have as extensive of a top. Yes. Okay. Because she does have she does have a phoenix-like marking on her forehead, which I assume is like her tribe. Oh my goodness. I said I was gonna implement my the flip effect. I didn't even do that. Looking good. I think we can do better with this ear though. I feel like the ear needs to be up a little bit more. Oh, it's too uniform. Try it again. There we go. Okay, so far I'm vibing with it. Good song. Excuse me. Okay, alright. Okay. We'll get rid of this. And then let's work on the... Oh, okay. That's it. I'm already forgetting what button it was. Tunnel. Okay, perfect. And then I want to give her a very thick neck. This. Let's do this. I feel like there's something missing. I mean, I know there's the forehead thing. Like, that's definitely... I don't know. There seems to be something... Welcome back. Oh, wait, is my stream okay? This is Zara Gato. This is the Sona I'm drawing for, I believe, your partner? Okay. I think what I want to do is I want to give her like a more square... I'm gonna go with the more square muzzle shape. This, Yes. And you know what I think? You know what I'm thinking? True, Gato, but with what I'm seeing here with her physique and her build, she does look to have like a beefier looking, I know that sounds weird, a beefier looking muzzle. But as far as the length goes, I think that's also what is missing here. I think her muzzle needs to be a little bit longer. That. Oh yeah, that looks a lot better. That looks a lot better, a lot cleaner. I'm vibing with that. And then I definitely want to make sure that I get this marking in here. This bird-esque marking. Woo! Okay, who am I missing? Who am I missing? Fen, hello, how are you doing? Thank you, thank you. Oh, thank you for the 10 biddies as well. Those wide muzzles for everyone? I see. Ah, okay. Well, once I am done here, this bird symbol, then you can let me know. If it looks good or doesn't look good. Not. So. I'm gonna go over and around. And then there we go. We got the bird of justice on her forehead. All fear the bird. So, Gato, do we know if the bird marking is a tattoo or is it part of the fur? Apparently I've been here before. Oh, welcome back in here, Fen. Hope you are having a phenomenal Pizza Friday Eve. 5 months, 22 days, and 1 hour. Crazy. I just realized that the bird marking needs to be that way. There we go. And then it probably needs to be up a little bit more. This probably also needs to be up a little bit more. There we go. Beautiful. Spur? Okay. Just making sure. Because if it was a tattoo, I was like, oh, we could probably get away with, like, putting some bird markings on the bird itself. But if it's a tattoo, I mean, if it's part of the fur, probably not. Eh. Doing a little hatching here. There we go. Excellent. Okay, so let's see here. I think I did everything looking pretty correctly here. Let me just fix this up a little bit. I feel like this could be a little bit better. There we go. For this point, but either way, I think this is coming out pretty solidly. Let me just fix this hair a little bit here. There we go. Little bit of tuft of hair on the top to match the marking. Let's see here. Where else can we apply some details? Apply some details there, some details there. Good old Halo music, baby. Do we draw with the fang? We not draw with the fang. What say you, Gato? Do you think little fangs on the front would suit well? I think I'm kind of vibing with that. Wait, I think that's too much. Whoop. There we go. Or do more of like this shape. Maybe that'll work a little bit better. Oh, and we need to fix this. Touch that up. Okay, perfect. Oh, looks beautiful. Oh, wait, hold on. There we go. Even better. Could be. Oh, yeah. More rounded out? Okay. I think we can make a pass at that. Maybe that's going a little crazy here. Go, and then ah, there we go. Tiny! Oh my goodness, I love Tiny. I probably said this the last time you were in here too, but I love your name, Halo Master. Does this suggest, and correct me if I'm wrong, but does this suggest that you are a fan of Halo the game, like Halo Combat Evolved, and do you know a lot of the lore behind it? What did you think of Halo 1 Remake, 3 being on the PS5, having Sprint, and having it be made in Unreal Engine 5? So, at this point, I don't really care too much that it is coming to the PlayStation 5. Sprints, I don't have too much of an issue with sprints in Halo 1. Of course, I will have to see how it feels before I cast judgment. but for right now, considering that like modern day Halos have sprint, and a lot of modern day first person shooters have sprint, I can't imagine that sprint is gonna feel terrible in Halo Campaign Evolved. And an Unreal Engine, look, if it feels like OG with some minor improvements, you won't hear me complaining that it's made in Unreal. I want to feel the nostalgia factor that I had when I originally played Halo. Little, I see. Azure, hello. I don't know if I said hi yet. Hello. I think all the people legitimately upset about it coming to PS5 is peak goober energy. Yeah, because, like, honestly, Halo Campaign Evolved coming to PS5, I think, is Halo fans' like least worrisome problem at the moment. Like if and don't get me wrong, like I'm still a big fan of Halo, but I wouldn't consider myself anymore an uber fan like I used to be when I was in the Halo 2, Halo 3 era. I think if I was an uber Halo fan, like fanboy, still, I think the far more pressing issue is... Wait, tomorrow's your birthday, Tiny? Tiny, happy early birthday! Can we get some hearts and snuggles for Tiny? Yeah, I don't know. Like if I was a Halo fanboy, did you get an item? Exactly. Okay, let me where's the... Oh man, where is it? I always lose it. Is it in my shortcut add-ons? Oh, it is. Huey on tablet. None. That should not be none. Okay, so we need to flip. I need to come up with the flip horizontal. So we need to create a keyboard shortcut for this. Oh my god, there's so many things. What was it? Edit, transform, flip horizontal. Can we do Control Alt H? Is that something we can do? No? Control H? Oh. Shift H. Oh my god. Alt H. What? Control and F key in their shortcut. Really? Control Shift H. Control Shift Alt H. Wait. Duplicate. Alt to edit transform. The Alt key is used to create a duplicate while transform flip horizontal. Okay, well what about what's Control Shift H? View show target path. What about Control Shift H? Oops. Alt. Well, I guess it's Control Shift Control H then. And let's be honest, I don't even know what that other shortcut was, so let's go back to our Huron tablet. Keyboard key. Box, enter, Control Shift H. Okay, so now if I click this button, oh, wrong one. Cool. All right, we got it. We got it cooking again. The sprint and the reuse of infinite assets has been the biggest point of contention I've seen, along with some of the Covenant AI being worse. So I will have an issue if the Covenant AI doesn't feel like the original. Like, I think that's a big issue. But I don't know. For me, like, I feel as a Halo fan, I think the bigger issue is the fact that 343, now Halo Studios, has not been able to produce a quality Halo game in a while. Like, and it's not, that's not me technically like bashing on Halo Infinite. I think Halo Infinite was good for what it was, but the problem was that they promised it to be like a live service game, and they couldn't deliver on that. So that's my big issue with it, is they kind of were like, oh, this is gonna be Halo going forward, and then they just stopped. And then I know they fumbled the ball with Halo 5 Guardians, and I thought 4 was okay for the most part, but I don't know. Should Halo be considered an okay game? So there's my issues. I feel like the bigger issue is that the only games that Halo Studios is able to make is a remastering of Halo 1 over and over. And I'm just thinking to myself, there's like so much lore. Like you ask the BF a Halo question, and that dude will ramble off like crazy, like deep lore from the Halo universe, like things that have never been explored before. And I'm just like, how do you like it? Narrative wise, it just seems like such a layup, and yet 343 consistently fumbles the ball with the IP. I think that's the bigger issue, rather than Sprint being in like another remaster of Halo 1. So I mean, I really can't get behind the whole Sprint controversy, because theoretically, if they do it properly, like, it'll just be seamless in Campaign Evolved, and people won't even realize it. What if 343 fumbles the ball again with the remake? I don't know why Microsoft keeps giving them. Well, Microsoft will keep giving them chances because Halo is their mascot, basically. It's their flag, like, optically wise, it's kind of their Super Mario. So they cannot allow Halo to just stop being made. Wait, hold on, hang on, time out. I misread the. You're asking why Microsoft keeps letting 343 build Halo. I think so. Knowing what I know about Bungie Studio and how they couldn't get Microsoft out of Bungie Studio, like, it is clearly obvious to me nowadays that Microsoft doesn't understand how to make things work. Like, they are strictly business, and they have zero understanding of the creative process. And they think just by throwing money and ideas at the wall that something will eventually stick, and when it does, they'll be like, oh, we'll go this direction. Instead of, like, truly understanding what their fan base is looking for. And I understand that that concern. And if I was more of a hardcore like in the trenches Halo fan anymore, I probably would have the same concerns. Like, not gonna lie. I probably, and you're right. Like, the unfortunate thing about Halo, and this is the sad reality, the art direction that Halo had went over to Destiny. Like, went with Bungie. So it's sad for me to say that, but Halo at the moment doesn't have a strong visionary leading the helm at 343. And that's why we keep making these blunders. And what's worse still, to add insult to injury, is that Bungie also seems leaderless, directionless, and visionless simultaneously to 343. And it is such a crying shame. You have these two IPs that are like industry defining, and because a studio can't get their act together, and I say studio as singular because like Bungie kind of was responsible for both of them, and now Bungie can't even handle one of them. And then the excised remains of Bungie that became 343 can't even get their act together to continue the Halo legacy. And so it's in about 20 years, I would love to watch a Netflix documentary talking about the rise and fall of Bungie as a studio. And their excised offspring, 343. Because it is one of the most disastrous and saddest things I've ever seen in the gaming industry. Is that you have these two Titan IPs that were born from the same bloodline, and now both of those Titans are bleeding out. Like, both of those IPs are bleeding out because neither studio can get their act together. Sky, hi, how are you doing? I need to say, yeah, I got small. I got swollen. It's the Todd Howard problem. Yeah, where it's like throw money at it and it just works. But that's my honest take on it. Now, Destiny unfortunately has been stuck in a loop for 11 years. It is in this vicious cycle of whoever is leading the helm of the studio. They're in like an iPhone mentality situation where it's like, oh dude, let's change the pixel design on the screen and we'll slap, like, that'll be our next iPhone. Like, oh dude, we have the iPhone, okay, well, how do we improve the iPhone? Oh well, let's have it, you know, let's have it have an extra camera, or let's have it have fingerprint detection. And then you line up all these iPhones next to each other and you realize they're basically the same iPhone, just with like minor additional details, and there's not a lot of innovation happening between model to model. And that's what Destiny 2 is currently stuck at. So they'll have this great system, right? This great, like, this great activity, and everybody loves it, and everybody is screaming to the heavens that we love this activity. So instead of Bungie like iterating on and improving those ideas in that direction, they instead go back to the original idea, and they're like, we're gonna make a second version of this, but we're gonna make it watered down and diluted, and then we're gonna release it as something new. And then people are wondering, well, why doesn't this feel as good as the original? It's because the original was already good enough, and instead of like taking that knowledge you gained and pushing forward with it, instead you regressed, where you made the same thing but worse and expected the community to be happy about it. And that's the vicious cycle that Destiny 2 and Bungie finds itself in, which I find it so ironic that the next expansion that is going to be released is going to be called the Shattered Cycle, which I think is so ironically poetic that they're going to have an expansion called the Shattered Cycle while being in a vicious cycle still. That's why I use my phone till it breaks. Yeah, dude, Nab, me too. There's no point. Like, it's so funny because I'm an Android guy, right? So my first smartphone was the Galaxy S5, which was not exactly top of the line back when I got the S5. And then I waited like 5 years. And then I was like, oh, you guys are up to the Galaxy S16? Okay, I'll get the Galaxy S10. So I'm currently rocking a Galaxy S10 still. And then I figure in a couple of years, I'll probably go and like actually buy a new phone, where it's like, oh, the Galaxy, what are we up to now? S26 or something, where I'll finally like get one of those and then have it for the next like 15 years. It's just there's no point. All the same phone. Okay, so there is number 2, sketch number 2. So let's move on to the next one, which is going to be Jan. Jan, we are doing yours next if you're still here, so this will be exciting. Jan, I believe we're doing a dragon tonight, a 30-minute sketch of a dragon. Let's see here. Excuse me. Don't fix what isn't broken. Yes, and getting back to the Bungie issue I was talking about, Yeast, that is the prime reason why Bungie is in hot water with the community at the moment. Because they try to fix something that's not broken. Like, for example, we had a system 3 years ago where Bungie called it the trophy room. And it was the closest thing that Destiny players ever had to player housing. It was very primitive, very restrictive, but you could display trophies that you collected in the game, in this trophy room. And it was extraordinarily bare bones. Now, there are curiosities and rumors that suggest that Bungie is going to bring back the trophy room. And see, this is what I'm talking about. This is the other tactic that Bungie takes, is they will have a system that is the premise, the foundation for player housing. And instead of building on top of it, they took it out of the game entirely. And it hasn't been back since. So if patterns are to be repeated, then come next year or the year following, Bungie will release the trophy room again. And people will be clapping about it and being like, whoa, we got the trophy room back. But there's the problem. They took it out, they didn't iterate on it, and now they're giving it back to us, and probably in a worse state than it was originally. So it's this cycle. It's like, oh, give them the same thing, code it in a different color, maybe add little things, but maybe not as good as the original. When what they should have done, if they were a smart, forward, long-term thinking company, they would have been like, okay, we have the trophy room, let's not remove it. This is our foundation for player housing. Let's iterate on top of what we've already started, and then in a couple of years' time, we will introduce a proper player housing. But Bungie doesn't seem to have the capability, at least the leadership doesn't have the capability to think like that. They remind me of iPhone salesmen, where they're trying to make a quick buck, and they are only thinking about things short term. And that's why Destiny 2 is currently in the state that it's in. Now, I will say this recent expansion, they knocked it out of the park. But after 2 years of brand destruction, a lot of people are not coming back to Destiny because they've been burned. They're like, this, you know, when they last played, it was like, oh, well, this was a bad expansion, or this is boring, and, you know, so Bungie currently has a marred reputation, and their brand is suffering for it. And it's sad because that in turn makes Destiny 2 suffer. Okay, for a comic, I Think I Like You is so cute. Really? It's been paid off for like 2 years now. Wait, what was it? Oh, the phone, like S19. This settled their issue outside of court. Oh yeah, the artist probably got paid out pretty big, and I understand why Bungie did it. Like, Bungie didn't want another thing dragged out. Like, they want to move on. They already have issues with Marathon, and like that brand already coming out of the game marred. I do enjoy it. Yeah, the replayability of Renegades is far greater than the replayability of Edge of Fate. Yeah, it's funny how that is penned. No, I completely agree. The problems that Edge of Fate have been fixed with Renegades, but the things that were good in Edge of Fate is something that Renegades suffers from. So they're kind of yin and yang to each other. They have Star Wars to help at the moment. Yeah, well, I will say, Nab, like, my concern was that the identity of Destiny was going to be overshadowed by the Star Wars, like all the Star Wars stuff, and I would say it's actually the opposite, which I'm really pleased about. It's primarily Destiny's identity with like a little bit of like Star Wars cherries like dribbled on top of the ice cream, and I'm like, okay, I like this. But honestly, the end game and replayability of Renegades is like peak what Bungie has been able to do. Like, the replayability of the Lawless Frontier, which is like their post-game, end-game, well, not end-game, but post-game content. I haven't seen this side of Bungie's creativity in years. Like, the fact that I've probably played the same map in the Lawless Frontier, I would say upwards of 60, getting close to 100 times since launch, and I'm still going at it. I'm still having fun, and mind you, there's 12 different yeah, 12 different maps, I think. Wait, 2, 4, 6. No, sorry. 6 different maps. There's 6 different maps, and I played one map exclusively for, I would say, 60 different times. And I'm still not tired of it yet. So that should tell Bungie that, like, hey, that's a winning formula, man. But that's also another issue that Bungie has, is it seems like Bungie doesn't learn from their wins. They don't learn from their L's, but more valuable is they don't, and more horrifying is that they don't even learn from their W's. Oh wait, hold on. We need to start the timer. Hang on, we gotta start the timer again. Sorry guys. Okay. So starting the timer. Now we're gonna be doing another dragon tonight. So Jan always hits me with the dragons, which is awesome because I feel like I don't do enough dragons. So we're gonna see what we can do about working on Jan's dragon character here. And the interesting thing about a lot of the dragon characters I do is it is wild to me how rectilinear their features are. Rectilinear being more rectangular rather than organic shape, which would be curvilinear. So we're gonna go like this, up like this. Oh, so the interesting thing about this dragon character we're doing for Jen is it seems like this dragon character has a lot of excuse me, a lot of attitude. And so here's another example of how Jan's sonas really kind of push the limit of what I understand and what I know. And so we're gonna try, because you know, you guys, for those who've been here for enough of the Art and Chills, knows that I have a preference to cute characters, like cutesy characters. And Jan always hits me with like the cooler, like rectilinear looking characters. So it like helps me get out of my comfort zone. And one of the things I'm excited about going back to my roots with just straight up sketching. And so, funny story, which probably most of you guys could have probably guessed if you're veterans. Doing experimental pieces with the original format of the 1 hour Fursona sketch, it used to actually stress me out pretty badly. Because it's like, I only have a limited time to think about like how I'm gonna adapt this so that it's in the style that I want it to be in. But now that we're just kind of focusing on sketching, I don't actually have to worry about like, oh crap, dude, I have to stop sketching because, oh, yada yada yada. Dude, kind of like these horns that come out of him. So it gives me some time to actually like think about what I'm doing and how I'm sketching it, so that I can learn, like better learn how to do these pieces that are not necessarily cutesy. Okay. So I think I'm going a little too ham here. So let's do... There we go. So it's something along those lines. Okay. Perfect. Something like that. Your demon set where you draw Ray. Yeah, you could do that, and if you want, like it's your one. Sorry, it's your 30-minute Fursona sketch. Bear Spring, hello. It's fairly quick. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3. What? What was that? Dude, that was a clippable moment if I... Bear Spring, hello, how are you doing? Welcome on in. How was art? What were you arting, if I may ask? Soul Fate, hello, how are you doing? Welcome on in, Raiders, to our wonderful little art and chill of the evening. Every Thursdays, we tend to do some casual sketching. Tonight, we are working on a dragon by one of our own community members here. So I'm loving it so far. I don't get a lot of opportunities to draw dragons, so this is a good heckin' opportunity for me to actually like focus on experimenting with dragons. Nice arts, thank you. I try my best. As they say. My specialty lies in sketching. It's mainly because of my animation roots, where, you know, drawing like quick sketches for frames, getting them down, making sure that they look good. Alright, and then we're gonna do this. He's got big teeth. Big tooth right here. Booyah! Let's see here. I ordered the new badger from the Game Awards. Oh, dude, I was seeing stuff that on my timeline about a new badger. Dude, that's cool. I need to look at the Game Awards. I haven't seen a single thing about the Game Awards. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Jan, if you're still in chat, is that like a nose, or is that like a horn or something? Oh man, dude, I don't know if I'm... See, I'm a little confused by this ref sheet. I don't know if I'm drawing a nose or if this is some kind of like intricate some kind of intricate horn feature. I'm hoping I'm doing it justice. Here's to hoping, right? It's a hyena snoot. Oh, okay. In that case, I'm gonna like round it out just a little bit. Okay, cool. And then this comes up over here. I'm feeling sleepy. I should get my fluffy butt to bed. Kiro, you have a wonderful night's sleep. Thank you for being here and stopping by. I'd have dinner. Yes, Bear. Go get some food. Nice seeing you again. Nice seeing you again too. Have a fun rest of your stream. Oh, you have a wonderful dinner, Bear. Thank you for bringing your community over. You guys are in good paw beans. There's a lot of fun hilarity that happens on normal streams. I will say we kind of tone down the vibes and just chillax a little bit on our art and chill streams. We're a lot more casual. You know, it's always good to have that dichotomy, right? You know, energetic video game streams on Mondays and Fridays, and then on Thursdays, Pizza Friday Eve. Just kind of wind down a little bit. Like, we're almost to the weekend. Let's just chill and vibe with some casual and calm art sketching. But yeah, so we're doing a dragon tonight. Normally dragons are not my specialty. So Jan has given me a challenge here of doing this Sona. I believe, Jan, this is one of your Sonas. I think Jan has multiple Sonas. If I am wrong, please correct me. We're gonna kind of come in here because I really don't want to have a tangent. I'm already sad that it's kind of tangenting already. I don't know how to fix it. Maybe we bring the horn up a little bit. Yeah, okay. And then this. Yeah, I hate to have things tangent like that. Okay. So, here's where things are gonna get weird. Hopefully in a good way. So, my specialty lies in cute art. I do a lot of cute art. So, this character, this Sona, is, I would classify more on the cool side of things. So I'm gonna try my best here to give this Sona some justice. You know what? I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of, so that there's not a tangent, move the ear out like that. And then do that. Clean up some of this. So the eyes are very much, and this is where the challenge is gonna come in. So I don't normally do these types of eyes. So I'm curious on how I'm going to succeed. We're just gonna take it low and slow. Yeah, already I feel like I'm messing this up. Oh no. Yeah, I feel like I'm already screwing this up. Hang on. But this is good. This is good. Hang on. That is looking better. It's looking better. I think that's looking better. Okay. I'm really liking this sketch so far. I am glad. I'm feeling like 25% confident right now with how I'm doing it. We must persevere on. And then we got ooh. Maybe we come in a little closer here. Enough pointiness. So then we need to have this guy come out here. And this up. Okay, and then we're gonna kind of do what we did here. We're gonna open up the eye a little bit. There we go. Now for the giant, oh my god, the giant eyebrows. You know what? This is coming out pretty good. This is coming out decently. Need to darken this up. I think what I want to do is I want to like thicken up the eye over here. Yeah, there we go. With Lance was great. There was a lot of gory trailers, so he wasn't a happy wolf. Wait, oh, that's right. He doesn't like gore, does he? Gamer man! Gamer, welcome on in. Welcome to the Brushtail Brigade. Thank you for the follow, and congratulations, you are our newest Brushtail adventurer. Welcome aboard. The update notice, I'm never around at the start of the streams. Oh, no, Gato, no. So I'll tell the story again. So we are no longer doing 1 hour Fursona sketches. They are now 30-minute Fursona sketches, and they are actually sketches now. And this was, so I was mentioning this a couple times throughout the stream. So rendering out all of these pieces in a 1 hour time lapse was becoming so incredibly taxing to me. I was no longer having fun with it. So in the 3-month hiatus that I was gone, with all the life-changing things that I had to deal with those past 3 months, I went and reassessed my streams. I was like, what? Because I want to eventually get back to streaming, but I need to really assess to make sure that I'm having fun with these streams. And so I took inventory. I was like, what is it? Is there anything in my gaming streams that is stressing me out or something that I'm not liking? And I didn't really have a definitive conclusion on that. Like nothing particularly stood out to me as like, oh no, I need to stop doing this for the sake of the gaming streams. But then I came to the art and chill streams, and there was a lot that I was not happy about with the art and chill streams. Like I wasn't happy that with the 1 hour Fursona sketches. I wasn't happy with how stressful they were making me. I wasn't happy with the fact that I was literally, like, even though I advertised it as a Fursona sketch, I was doing a lot more than just sketching. I was rendering out, I was doing a lot more than what I should have been doing. So I was like, all right, we need to change this then. Like, if I'm not having fun with the art and chills, then I need to change all of this. And so that's pretty much what I wound up doing. So I refactored And we are no longer doing 1 hour Fursona sketches, and instead we're going back to my roots of doing like actual pencil sketching, which is what I enjoy doing the most of. And so that was my decision. And this is our second art and chill stream that we are doing since this change. And I can already notice a huge difference in my stress levels with art and chill. And I am very pleased with the results so far. So I do apologize to anybody who really wanted and really enjoyed the 1 hour Fursona sketches. But at the end of the day, if I'm not having fun, I'm just not going to do it. I'm broke. Well, I know tonight's raffle is a half body pencil sketch that we're going to be doing. Colin, welcome on in. Hello. Thank you. Hope you're doing well. So this is why I have changed up a lot of what we do for art and chill. And again, I will take full responsibility for anybody who's a little disappointed that I changed how we do these things. But I know for certain that I am definitely feeling really good about myself and these sketches. Oh, yeah, that came out really good. Let's see here. So we got this, and then we're gonna go whoosh. So yeah, going forward, they are gonna strictly be sketches. I like how this, and the other thing that this affords me too is actually learning what I'm doing. That was another thing that was bothering me about the 1 hour Fursona sketches, is that since I had to break up half the time into like rushing to get line work done, like the sketching done, then the line work, that was the first 30 minutes, and then the last 30 minutes was coloring and touch up. And now that I don't have to worry about the latter parts of those, or even like the the line work, like rendering out the line work, what this also affords me is to actually think about what I'm doing and learning about these different art styles, rather than just rushing it through and then hoping that I retain all the information of all of my experimentation. Okay, perfect. And then that was kind of the other thing that was like stressing me out too, is like we would get so many in the art queue. Like before I left, we had I don't know how many in the art queue. And it's just like we typically get one, maybe two art and chill or Fursona sketches done in one art and chill. And so it was just becoming backlogged and backlogged and backlogged. And I'm like, this has got to end. This is not sustainable for what I like to do in terms of art. So in the 3 month in the 3-month period I was gone because I was taking care of Sen Mom, I told myself I have 2 options here. I can either reform Art and Chill, where it goes back to what I actually enjoy doing, and that's sketching, or I just stop doing art altogether. And I was like, I'd rather reform it, take any like disappointment you guys might have, and then move on with something I'm enjoying doing, or I just stop doing it altogether. And I was like, I don't really want to stop doing it, so I'll apologize, and we'll just move forward with this new format. And I know it's silly, it's literally silly for me to say, because I know you guys, and you guys, no, you gotta do what you, and you're right, like, you would never be like mad at me or anything like that. It's just I have this like strong guilt complex, like, and this is why, this is actually the reasoning behind why the Fursona, like the original 1 hour Fursona sketches, like, spiraled out of control into being like full-on renders, is because I felt guilty that, oh, you know, pencil sketching isn't that much, I can give them more, and then by the time I realized I was giving too much and it was stressing me out, it literally took me like pausing for 3 months and assessing, being like, yeah, I need to stop doing that. Like, no bueno. Okay. Oh, and then we need to do the horns next. Horns next. Is it Kika? Kika, hello, welcome on in.
Let's stretch our legs.
Something you do doesn't feel unfun. Yeah, because that was the other thing too. Like, oh, no, hi. Also, how dare you stream? Yeah. When the timer runs out, you guys remind me that there is there's a stretch that has to be performed. This needs to be closer. There we go. Perfect. Clean that up. So there's the first horn. And then let's do the second horn over here. Second horn kind of does this. Okay, perfect. And then it does this giant swoosh. This is exciting, because like I've never done a horn quite like this before. I'm like curious on how to, like, there we go. Beautiful, look at that. Actually amazing. How dare streamer, I wanted my fake Twitch points back. I expect twit longer videos. Yeah. And I know you guys probably think it absolutely ridiculous of me to even feel any form of remote guilt, but I still do, because I care about you guys. So, I don't know, I always want to bring the best to you guys. I'm very much like, I need to be the best kind of deal for entertaining you guys and like giving you guys things, but sometimes I have to, that's an area that I still need to work on and realize, like, sometimes I have to pace myself. Like, who was it that said that? Somebody said it earlier, that I had to pace myself, and that is something I definitely need to work on, is pacing myself. Okay. And then, oh, you know what? Before I get to all that shading stuff, I should probably give the neck some love here. Before it gets like too crazy. And then shoulder here. There we go. And then cool. Oh, dude, that was perfect timing, too. Oh, my goodness. Kika, hello. Welcome to the Brushtail Brigade. Thank you so much for the follow. Congratulations on being our newest Brushtail adventurer. Welcome aboard. Okay, one last thing I want to do, though. I really want to put some hashing on these horn thingies. Jaw horns. Jaw horns? I don't know. I'm gonna call them jaw horns. Ah! That looks so good. I am thoroughly happy with this sketch. Yes. That's probably one of my better dragons that I've ever drawn before. That came out really good. Jan, thank you so much again for another dragon piece. Wonderful sketch. Oh, thank you, Kika. And by the way, am I saying your name right, Kika? Or would you prefer Rust? I thought about Rust, but I thought Kika first. Wolf would be proud. Yes, he would be. And I kind of dig the expression too. Like I'm very much a cutesy type of a sketcher, like an artist. So doing something like that, it really doesn't matter. Okay, just wanted to make sure. Yeah. So Kika, this is what we've done so far. So this was our first piece. It's a little cute raccoon with a little headband with a maple leaf on the headband. I think this one came out so good. I love this one. Then we had a wolf with a really cool, I'm gonna assume it's like a raven mark on the forehead. She's kind of like a warrior wolf. And then we finally did this dragon sketch, and then we have one more sketch that we're gonna do for the evening, and then we'll probably start winding down for the afternoon. Or I guess I can't say afternoon, it's dead of night. No, thank you. I almost forgot. Oh, and you guys, this is okay, so I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna do some leg stretches. So please, if you have been sitting for more than an hour, please get up and do some leg stretches. And then while I'm doing that, I am going to plug the art raffle that we're doing tonight. So we are doing an art raffle. So if you would like an opportunity to get a free half-body pencil sketch from me, exclamation mark raffle in the chat. Do not worry. You do not need to be in the chats to win the award at the end of the stream, because I'm at the end of the stream where we will draw a name. I am not one of those types of people who are like, oh, you gotta be in the chat, you gotta be here, and so all I do ask is that hopefully you have a Discord, because that's how I will reach out to you, preferably via the Discord server. We have We have an art queue section where our bot Haywire will post a message and at you requesting all of the information that I'm going to need in order to sketch your piece. So if you do not see an art queue section in the art wing of the Discord server, please make sure to look at your channels and roles. There is a hot possibility that Discord, for some otherworldly reason, has hidden that channel from you. So please make sure you have the art ID card to unlock the art wing, and then make sure that Discord server isn't hiding the art queue channel from you, because there have been a lot of brushtail brigadiers who didn't even realize that that channel exists, because for some reason when you create a form channel on the Discord server, it auto hides for some like questionable reason. Making pineapple upside down cake for Big Ollie's birthday? Oh my god, that sounds amazing. Oh, dude, I am such a sucker for pineapple and oranges, and it makes me so sad that I have to eat those in moderation, because my doctor said that I cannot have a lot of that, considering that I have chronic acid reflux. And so my esophagus already dies on a daily basis, and it doesn't need any more. But man, I used to gorge on pineapples and oranges, and I've had to cut back on it. I still get these cravings. Some otherworldly reason said, nah, I don't think you win. A very lovely style you have. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I can't believe, Kika, I honestly, sometimes I have to pinch myself when I see sketches like this one right here. Sometimes I have to pinch myself, because so my art journey is a unique one in that I didn't start drawing until I was in college. And my first art class I ever took, I was so intimidated. By the end of the first day, like, the teacher was very nice and the students around me were very nice, but literally everybody in that class was like, "Oh yeah, I've been sketching since elementary school. Oh, I've been sketching since preschool. Oh, I've been sketching since middle school. Oh, I was sketching in my mom's womb." And I'm just like, I'm just learning how to draw. Like, I've never picked up a pencil in my life before. And so I wound up befriending and sitting next to a guy who had been doing art professionally for like at least 15 years. So I'm sitting next to this guy who's literally the first day of class is basically drawing the Mona Lisa, like waiting for the teacher to come in. And I'm sitting there thinking, with my little sketchbook, I was literally shaking. The entire time I was there, I was shaking because I was so nervous. So I had this little sketchbook. Nothing was inside it. I had just purchased it. And so I didn't even know how to draw a stick figure properly. And it's crazy to think about now how, like, I'm doing these types of sketches. Ken, you have a wonderful lurk. I might miss my drawing. Oh yeah, Ken, we're gonna be doing your drawing next. Don't worry, you'll be surprised. So yeah, it's constant improvement. Eventually, and here's another thing that excites me, is because we've cut it down to 30-minute Fursona sketches instead of full hours, is I'll be able to knock out, I love this song, by the way, this reminds me of my childhood. So we'll be able to knock out the art queue more rapidly now, which will then afford me, we'll eventually have Art and Chilled where I get to work on like personal stuff, And so what I want to do is I want to showcase my journey to doing full bodies. So I'm still not a master at full bodies. I would say I'm still beginner, like baby mode. Where I deem my headshots, because I do a lot more headshot sketches than like full body sketches. I would say I'm adept at headshots, but I suck terribly still at bodies. And so what I want to do with you guys is showcase my journey to understanding more body types and body shapes, and even start getting into posing, so that we can, like, sometime in the future, you will be able to see that marriage between my skills at doing headshots and then my newfound skills of doing bodies and poses, and marry them into one unique thing. And then you'll just watch as, like, my art becomes amazing. Okay, so let me save this. Let me move my signature here. Oh, that's my sig. Save that. All right, Ken, yours is up next. So let's see. I'm trying to remember who I'm doing. I can. Oh yeah, it's a. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, Ken, but this is a rabbit? If I'm not mistaken, this is a rabbit. Definitely a unique. Oh, the dog. Oh, okay. See, what threw me off is that the dog's ears seem to be able to grab things, like they're long. So if you guys want to see, this is the Sona we're doing right now. Super cute. Got like these really unique hand ears. I don't know what you want to call these. It's not a bunny, but it's a jackal. So really cute. Excuse me. Holy moly. Okay, so it's a doggo. Perfect. So let us get started here, because I already feel the I feel my energy depleting quickly. Timber the tiger, because he is. Oh, interesting. Okay, that's really cool. So let's get the timer set for 30 minutes, and let us begin on our next sketch. So let's start with this. Like, this sounds like Halo music. I was very much correct. It is Halo music. Okay, and it's safe to say, Ken, that your Sona has a small snoot, right? I'm gonna try to get that cartoony, that really cartoony vibe going on that you have. Hopefully I can do it justice. So here's another great example of a challenge you guys are giving me, is that, like, I draw cute. I don't necessarily all too often do cartoony, like overly cartoony. Not that I'm opposed to it, I just it's not something I do on the regular, so it'll be interesting to try to squeeze a very cartoony a cartoony head shape out of this. So we'll see what we can come up with. So nose is gonna be something like this. I'm trying to decide on like how I want to like interpret the muzzle, but if I should interpret it at all or just stylize it. But we'll start with that, and then I'm gonna kind of go. This character looks very fun. Very fun character to hang out with. Big eyes. And then big happy expression. He is a twink. Interesting. Okay. A good little lore there. I think I'm gonna do something more along the akin to that. A lot of fun experimentation tonight is what I'm noticing with these pieces. Really taking me out of my comfort zone. Try to like push for something fun. Well, that last piece is something cool. Okay. Let's see here. I kind of want to do more roundish nose. Really pushing it up. Maybe even make like keep it flat. The cartoony aspect of it. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, and he's got a little crown on his head. Is that normal? Ken, to have him have like a little crown, or is it not normal? Everyone has a Fursona. Is so cool. I couldn't agree more, Kika. That is probably the thing that I find most fascinating about the fandom, is that everybody has a different Sona and different style to their Sona. And even some who have like crazy backstories to their Sona. It's a backwards cap that is also a crown. Oh. Okay. Interesting. In the piece that you sent me, it kind of looks like it's sideways. That could just be me, but kind of look like sideways. So I'm gonna just like do a simple crown here really quickly. And then I assume, from what I see, is it looks like it's sideways like this. And then you've got kind of this dome effect going on with a smaller crown outside. So this is gonna definitely gonna go outside a little bit. I think we'll have to fix that up a little bit here. Okay, perfect. All right, then we got this hair coming out here. Oh, here's a question. Ken, does your Ken might be in ad jail. Ken, if you're not in ad jail, maybe you can answer this question. If you are in ad jail, obviously you won't hear my question. But if you are not in ad jail, I would like to ask what's the question? Eyebrows. Does he have eyebrows? Should I draw eyebrows on him? Ooh. I like the little gumdrop hairs. Oh, that's tensioning on his head, and I dislike it. There we go. Was not a fan of that tangent going on. Perfect. We're getting there. We're getting there. There. Go inside like that. Something along those lines. No eyebrows. Okay. I know that's that tends to be a hallmark staple of a lot of like Toonie-esque characters, is they don't have eyebrows. So I just want to double check and make sure. Eyebrows are overrated. Okay, so let me clean this up a little bit. And we can clean up some of this. Just okay. So I'm digging the face so far. Oh, love this song. Sky Garden from Super Mario Kart. The thing that has always tripped me up with a lot of Toonie characters, like hyper Toonie characters, is their head shape. A lot of times their head shapes are very extraordinarily curvilinear. And that's something I'm not used to. And so this is why this is also providing another fun type of a challenge. Is that it forces me to do that curvilinear kind of shape with the head, where it's like my brain's like, no, you gotta do the brow ridge, you gotta make it structured. It's like no. Like with toony characters, you gotta go. Definitely gotta go with the almost the bubble head look. Otherwise, it's not gonna look right. Otherwise, it gets out of the realm of toony and more into like this weird like gray zone. You know what? Let me see if I can move that over just a nudge. Okay. Alright, and then we've got this really cool, these little gumdrop peak mark. So we need, you can tell which part I'm actively avoiding, which also instructs you on which part of this drawing that is probably going to scare me the most. So we want to come down. Yeah, it's funny. I will, in a lot of times when I'm sketching or drawing, like the parts that scare me are usually the ones I do last, usually. In terms of an experimental piece. My brain is like, okay. You're doing a good job, but let's get to the part where like you need to spend some time. Otherwise, you're not gonna be doing what you should be doing. Okay, now it comes to the scary parts. So the only reason why this part slightly scares me is because I realize that they're part hands. Like his doggy ears are also dubbed as hands. I kind of want to do like an outward facing. I don't want both ears to just be down. I kind of want them to like flourish a little bit. You know what? I think this one will go all the way down here. Maybe I didn't have to be so worried about these hands. Like they seem to be Especially when they're down. They look more like claws. How many? It's like 5, right? 1, 2, 3. It's like a... I think something along those lines, and then it's like 2. Two stripes, okay. I want at least one as... Whoops. Perfect. I think this is coming out pretty good. Then that up, and then what I want to do is I kind of want to go in do like a little eye gloss. How about we did for the first sketch that we did? You know what? I think that works. So let's do a second one. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Drac, hi, how are you doing? The sword act as Terriermon's ears. That's right. Okay, so I'm looking at the piece again, and there's his right ear. I'm not liking how it's hooking into the head, because right now it kind of feels like somebody like super glued the ear there rather than it just being a natural piece. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna highlight this a little bit and have it go up and over. That way it feels more natural that way. And we'll touch up here. You know what? We might even leave it open like that. I didn't think about that, but that might actually be pretty good. And then we'll come down here. That. Perfect. And then I think he's got little hairs too over on the side. I think that's something I'm missing over here. Okay, so are the hairs, Ken, are the hairs like in front of the ears, right? They're part of his head? That's how I'm kind of choosing to interpret these. I could be wrong. That's how I'm kind of, that's the vibe I'm getting from these little hair doohickeys. The hair are part of the head, not the ears. Okay, cool. Okay, so one of the things I do want to change is this right here. I feel like this is a little bit much. Maybe not. Let's move that back. What am I feeling here? There's something. I wonder. There's something I'm feeling in this vicinity. I think I know what it is. I think it's these two. Yeah, okay, see that feels a lot better. Let me also come in here. I think I want to make sure that this is darker. Maybe do like a little. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Daichi's in here too. Daichi, hi, how are you doing? You can also flip the bird with them, but he's too nice to do that. Yeah, he looks like he's a very chill and fun character to be around. Also, I'm realizing that I need to fix this here. Should honestly come up like this. Have this come down just a touch. Clean some of this up. Beautiful. I think we're getting close to being done here. What's our time looking like? 5 minutes? Okay, good. We beat the timer on this one. Whew. Alright. Let's see here. You know what I want to do too? Since I got a little extra time, maybe do a little bit more of the detail here. Excuse me. Maybe like a little hatching here, a little hatching here. Maybe just a touch in here. Go. Maybe a little bit here. Well, here, actually, let's try to remove that. Okay. I still want to see if I can give him like maybe like a little nose doohickey like that, and then we'll color this in. Well, there we go. Perfect. And then what we could possibly do, let's see, how much time do we have left? 4. Amadeus, hello, how are you doing? There's some hatch marks here. Marks here. Alright. Good, just hanging out by my fireplace because it's cold. Oh boy. Yeah, I would happily send you my weather. My weather is no bueno in my opinion. It was 84 degrees today. Which is like, why? Oh, the squeaks. Hear the squeaking. The tablet is squeaking a bit. That means it's getting dirty. Cool, cool. Getting there. I think that's a bit much. I go back as much as I could. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll leave the crown as is. That was getting a little much in my opinion. Go? Look at this boyo. To 80? Yeah, dude, it was 84 degrees today. In the middle of December. Like, really? Why? Or was it 83? It might have been 83. That's heckin' wild, isn't it? It's supposed to drop down to like 75 tomorrow, but I was just like, it's warm today. Oh, and let me move the... You know what? I could probably... Cool. Yeah. I think that has better clarity to it. Yeah, dude, I dig. Oh my god, we did it just in the nick of time. We only have 19 more seconds. Cool. Alright, I'm gonna call this one done as well. Finish! Alright, you know what? I'm gonna put my cig right there in between his ear and the cloak or the jacket. Alright, well, I think that does it for our four pieces that we worked on today. I love each and every one of these. Yeah, Amadeus, I'm here in SoCal, Southern California. CW logo is based on the R for rareware. Ah, okay, okay. So yeah, these are our four sketches that we did today. I like each and every one of these. I really like each and every one of these. Like, it's crazy. I'm in the Great Lakes, it's cold. Wait, Great Lakes, would that mean Michigan? Amadeus? I feel like you've told me this before and I keep forgetting. Oh, also, before I forget, let me Let me crop these and make sure I get them off the care package. But should I crop? Okay, maybe I shouldn't crop that one. This one I could probably get away with cropping. So we'll start here. Export as a PNG. You see nothing. You didn't see anything there. Like, why was it open to Project Loaf there? That's supposed to be open to that folder on stream. Those are secrets. Okay, so this was North Wolves. Opposite of Michigan. Ah, okay. Where's North Wolf? You are. There's one there. We'll also crop this one a little bit. Export PNG. This was Gato Mao. And 30-minute Fursona sketch. I guess we could crop a little bit here. And export Jans. And where are you? Okay, there we go. Okay, and then finally Ken. I kind of feel like cropping it here. Yeah, you know what? Let's crop it here. I still want his character to be like roughly in the middle of the composition, but I feel like there was a lot of hands. I feel like there was a lot of negative space over there, so I definitely wanted to crop it a little bit. Oh my goodness, a raid! Another raid! Xander! Oh my god, there's another one. Oh, hi there. Well, welcome to death. Welcome to Dark Souls. Xander, hi, how are you doing? Welcome on in. How is Crisis Warhead? Heather, hi! How are you doing? It's been a while. Happy Pizza Friday Eve to both of you guys. Welcome, welcome. Okay. So you guys can sit here and admire the artistry on the screen. I'm gonna get these care packages over before I absolutely forget, which I've done in the past, and it always makes me mad when I do. Let's see here. Compressed to a zip file. Care package. So while you guys admire the sketch that I've done here, I also want to let you guys know that, that we are doing an art raffle tonight. So if you guys just coming in from the raid want to get your get a chance at a piece that looks like this pencil sketch, It's !raffle in the chats. So if you want to get your paw beans or throw your hat into that ring, then I'm going to be sending massages to each one of these 4 lovely beans who I did a sketch for tonight. All right, Ken, yours is the first one. Care package incoming, because I can't deny my Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1 roots for the Xbox 360 when you were able to summon care packages. Not Modern Warfare the second. Like the I don't even know if it's a remaster or if it's like an entirely new one that they called Modern Warfare 1. And then whenever I say that, they're like, "Oh, that one sucked." I'm like, "No, not the one on the 360." They're like, "Oh, that was the OG one." Yeah, what are you talking about? Taylor, you have a wonderful night's sleep. Thank you for being here. The remake, reimagining. I heard that it was trash. I could be wrong, but that's what I've been told, that it was not good. See here, we're gonna do air package. Okay, so we got North next. North, where are you? Message. Incoming. Okay, so Gizmo is done. Who did I not send? So I just sent Ken, I sent North Wolf. Gato, you're up next here. So yeah, get your hat into the raffle if you want to be a part of the raffle. Oh my god, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, digging. Press 2, zip file. Care package. Go. The Gatamao. Oh. Message. Okay. Okay, so care package incoming. Alright, so that just leaves who? Jan. Jan, you are the last one. Here, let me get your bonus sketch over to you. Compress to a zip file. The reason I compressed the zip file, care package, is I always hate when I send an image over Discord or Telegram and they automatically compress the file, that you get this like nasty dithering. I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. I want to give you guys the original quality. Jan, there you are. Massage. Okay. Care package. There we go. Alright, all 4 were delivered. Obsidian, did I say hi to you yet? If I did not, I apologize. Hello, how are you doing? I know it's been a while. Having ADHD and dealing with life problems before now kind of shoved my ability to watch stuff and my motivation to... Oh, dude, Panther, I feel that. Like, between the months of September... Wait. Between the months of August and October were a flipping nightmare for me. And I was dealing with some pretty hard-hitting, like, family life stuff that is now gladly in my past and in my rearview, far in my rearview mirror. I'm actually still, I'm still dealing with the repercussions, like mentally, of what I've had to deal with over the past 2 years. But I am, like, slowly, day by day, I'm getting through them. Like, today was a good day, for the most part. Yesterday was a good day. Tuesday was a bad day. Monday was a really bad day. And it was only because I streamed with you guys on Monday that broke me out of that mental state. You guys would have been horrified to know how badly of a mental state I was before going live on Monday. And then I hung out with you guys and my mood was immediately lifted. Okay, so with that, you guys, let's start winding it down. Let's pick a name for the raffle. So I'll give you guys 1 more minute. ! raffle in the chat if you wanna try to get your hand on a free send piece of art that will look something like this. It's a half body piece that I'm giving away tonight. It's a pencil sketch, and it'll look similarly awesome as this piece here for Ken. Blue, hi, how are you doing? I'm sorry if I didn't say hi to you. Thank you for the boops. Alright. Also, I just realized this is Final Fantasy music. The Airbuster. Oh, jeez. Okay. That is my body trying to tell me that I should go to sleep pretty soon. But yeah, so far, I'll be honest and open with you guys, since I've been honest and open with you guys about how art and chills were no longer fun for me. I will say this stream was relaxing. I actually felt relaxed, even though it was a timed sketch. See, every time we used to do a 1 hour Fursona sketch, and then I would hit the timer for the 1 hour. Like, I wasn't relaxed. I wasn't necessarily stressed, but I wasn't relaxed. And I think that's what I've been missing in my art, is having fun and relaxing. Which is what art should be. It should be fun and it should be relaxing. Alright. I'm gonna say 15 more seconds on the raffle. ! Raffle in the chat. This is your last opportunity before we which honestly too, that's something on my far future to-do list, is I wanna have like a much more grandiose like reveal of who won the art stream, instead of just like little jingle and then it's showing in chat. I would love to have it in like on screen somewhere as like an alert, but that's a future feature. All right, so with that being said, let's get this art raffle started, or like drawn the name. Where is do I have a button for this? I have a button for this? Right. Don't tell me I'm still using the chat command. Hang on. Where's Sammy? Oh, I'm still using the chat trigger? Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to change that. Alright. So I have to type ! winner in chat. Are you guys ready? Let's draw a name. Here we go. It's Jan! Jan, congratulations on winning the November 2025 art raffle. You will be awarded a half body sketch of your Sona of your choosing, and knowing Jan, it's probably going to be another dragon, so that's going to be fun to work on. Okay, so, and I believe, do you want to reset the giveaway list? Yes. Definitely want to reset. The giveaway list has been reset. The only time we don't reset it is our Christmas Spectacular, where I give away 5 pieces. Which we're going to be doing that again, by the way. I'm gonna give out 5 headshot pencil sketches for our Christmas Spectacular. Let me just double check to make sure that Dan was properly added to the art queue list. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, good. Because the last time we did that, you guys, like the winners of the raffles were not being properly added to the art queue list. So it's really handy dandy to know that it's coming up normally now. All right. Well, with that being said, I think that is going to wrap it up for the evening. Let's start winding it down. So it was these were great sketches. This one makes me laugh every time. He's got such a cute, mischievous little face to him. Anywho. So, oh. Let me see. Where am I going here? Oh, Twitch. Obviously, I'm going to Twitch. We gotta find a raid target, you guys. Oh my goodness, wait, I see who's streaming right now. There's a 100% chance that we are raiding to this person. Oh my god, yes. So we are gonna be unequivocally be raiding over to Landy. In case you guys don't know, Landy used to work on our bot here named Sammy. Amazing developer, sweet bean, wholesome and amazing. We're gonna give the love over to Landy. So tomorrow, just to give you guys a heads up, tomorrow will be more of our mystery box mayhem. So be prepared to start voting for what challenges you're gonna make me do tomorrow. That's gonna be super exciting. It's super chaotic, super wholesome. If you guys have never been a part of a mystery box mayhem, I strongly invite you to come hang out with us tomorrow and see what the chaos is all about. Yeah, Nab, yeah, look at that. That's actually a perfect emote to describe what mystery box mayhem is. Okay, with that being said though, I need to get some sleep so that I can be bright-eyed, bushy-tailed for tomorrow's day at work. Could be an easy-ish day at work considering it's Friday. But you never know with these kiddos. Some days, some Fridays, it's just chaos. No, but I believe in my kiddos. I think they're gonna be very chill tomorrow. Okay, so let's get the raid set up here. So Landy. URL of Landy. Obviously it's gonna be send notes because we were doing art today. A raid message. Raccoon. Wolf. Dragon. Dog. Doggo. Oh, what's that? The 4 epic sketches. There we go. I can't think of something clever, so we'll just put the 4 epic sketches. All right, so there's our raid message for the evening. Thank you guys for being here. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. Have a good sleep. Thanks for the show. Oh, no, thank you guys for being here, Nova. Thank you, Nab. Thank you, Panda. I hope you guys had a lot of fun here. And maybe some of you guys were sketching along with me. Who knows? But until we meet again tomorrow, you all have a wonderful evening, a restful evening, and hopefully an amazing start to your weekend tomorrow. If not, that's okay. I got you covered. Come on by the Star Park, and we'll have more wacky adventures tomorrow in our second episode of Mystery Box Mayhem. So until then, you guys, catch you all later. Love you guys. Bye.